This is the first of two videos that I want you to watch in lieu of class today. So first, thanks for understanding that I couldn't be there. I hope that there wasn't any confusion. I sent an email, made an announcement, and went ahead and let the department know as well that I wouldn't be there today. So here's what we need to talk about. We have our outline assignment coming up. We know that it's due Friday 11/11 at 11:59 p.m. in iCampus. We went over this Friday, and I know that attendance was low on Friday, and I can only guess that a lot of people were maybe downtown celebrating. I was with you in spirit, okay, but the rest of us were in the classroom, and we were working on these outlines. So I've posted a couple documents, that way there's no confusion on what's expected for the outline, and I also want to go over it again. So the first document that you can go ahead and pull up is the outlined sample. So if you click on that, this is what you're going to see. So here's a sample for you guys. It's something that a student wrote. I just got rid of the name and changed the class. So of course you can see that a few things are different. First of all, this is not really an MLA format. We have our heading, which makes sense. We have our last name and page number. The title is centered, no underlining, no bold, but it's all single spaced. Your title is actually going to be pre-writing with a colon and then outline, and then right underneath that I do want you to put your topic, and in so many words, as few as you can, just let me know what your topic is. We've talked about these in class, so I already know everybody's topic, but just for the sake of clarity, I'd like you to do those things. Another thing you're going to notice just by looking at this sample is that I have made a couple notes as to what I feel this student has done well. And I'm also going to tell you guys a few things that maybe aren't mentioned here, but some things that I feel the student has done well. First of all, this is all in parallel structure, and that means, when I say parallel structure, I mean that the Roman numerals, the capital letters, and the numbers all make sense, and let's get into what that means. So the Roman numerals are the major parts of the paper. So Roman numeral 1 is the introduction, Roman numeral 2 is the first main point, Roman numeral 3 is the second main point, 4 is another main point, 5 is another main point, 6 is the conclusion. So all of those Roman numerals make sense. They're all main points or the introduction and the conclusion. So it's the biggest parts of the body. Underneath the Roman numerals we have our capital letters. Most of the time those capital letters are going to be the big supporting ideas within the main points. Okay, so here we have A, here we have B. These are both ideas that support the main point. The vaccines are extremely safe. Someone had mentioned in class that the A's and the B's are a lot like topic sentences, and that might be true for you. So here's a main point, right? This is one of your main points in the argument. Underneath this main point, we may have two paragraphs. These might be topic sentences for those paragraphs. Each of these, the A and the B, are big supporting ideas that are going to support these main points underneath the 2s, 3s, and 4 Roman numerals. Underneath the A's and the B's, we've got 1s and 2s. Now these are actually going to be your supporting details. This is more or less evidence, and you can see that this student has decided to provide a citation because they're either paraphrasing or they're quoting in these 1s and 2s. I want you to make sure that if you have a Roman numeral 1, you have a Roman numeral 2. Now that seems common sense. You know you're going to have at least 5 or 6 Roman numerals. But think about the A's and B's. If you have an A, you've also got to have a B. So underneath these main arguments, you're going to have some supporting ideas here. You need an A, you need a B. You can't just have an A, right? If you have an A, you have to have a B. Same thing with the supporting details. If you have a 1, you've also got to have a 2. So you need more than one piece of evidence to support this idea here. Okay. One other thing you need to think about is in the introduction, it's going to work just a little bit differently. Instead of having the supporting ideas, you are going to have an opener, which is your opening sentence. That's your hook. You are going to have a context. This is how you lead the reader from the opener to the thesis, like we've been talking about in class. So how are you going to lead people from the opener to the thesis? And of course, C is going to be your thesis statement. Exactly what is your thesis statement right now? I want you to put that in there. So that concludes the first video. I'm going to go ahead and stop this one and start the second video. So access the second video now.